received $715.96.
Oh, and I'm like, wait a minute, all I'm doing is sharing with my friends and family. And like I was telling my son about my vision that got clear, and he said, Dad, because I sent him a sample, he said, wait a minute. I never even thought of it. He said, Dad, my vision is clear now. He said, wow. So guess what? My son signed up to order to get his own. And matter of fact, two of my sons late last night got started. And so I found out, I'm like, are you telling me I found something? By the way, the second day I took this, I said, I'll be on this the rest of my life. The third day I said, I feel so good. The whole world needs this. But then the way Stephen K. Scott organized this, again, you can just be a customer. You can be also a member. As a member, if anybody else wants to get theirs at a discounted price, they give your member ID number, and then the company pays you something. I was like, are you kidding me? And he said, here's why, Doc. He said, when I did television with these multi-billion-dollar brands, like for instance, Total Gym with Chuck Norris, right?
Yeah,
you probably seen
that's
it.
him. That's
right.
Stephen
Stephen K.
K.
Scott. But he said, I spent hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising to sell these products. He said, now I'm doing it a different way through like relationship with people. And so instead of paying $100 million in all these fees to the television and so forth, I can pay people to partner, who want to partner with me and help me get the word out. And he said if they have an experience, then they can share their experiences, get the word out, and then the people that say we want to get it as well, we're going to do a revenue share. Kind of like, you ever heard this thing called Apple? right? And so in the Apple store, what happens is if you have a product or service, whatever else, Apple says, let's partner together, right? We'll take 30%, we'll give you 70%. We have the people, you have the product, let's come together. So here's what I say, 1 + 1 is 2. That's cooperation. But 1 and 1 is 11. That's collaboration.
Yes.
1 to chase 1,000, 2 will put 10,000 to flight. And so addition can never catch multiplication. So if a person, I don't know if anybody out there like me, if anybody likes additional income, because COVID, my main income traveling as an evangelist and speaking and teaching different companies, and I've been blessed to make as much as $47,000 to speak 1 hour. But y'all get a discount today, don't worry about it. But I'm saying, all my meetings were canceled and are rescheduled, I should say now. Now, it's just now starting to come back a little bit, but had to do everything through Zoom, right? But what I'm saying is this, though. If anybody needs to make some additional income, I'm telling you, if you think about that's $1,000 in 2 weeks, my first 2 weeks. Now, granted, I'm a go-getter. Granted, I'm not afraid to tell people. Matter of fact, I know what the Bible teaches. Proverbs 11:26 or 28. 11:28. He that withholdeth the corn, the people shall curse him. But blessing shall be on the head of him that selleth it, not giveth it away, selleth it. In other words, God says, through Solomon, he's teaching us that I have a moral and biblical responsibility to sell something of value. Now, wait a minute, if it's not valuable, I can't sell it.
No.
But to sell something of value to people that have value. So if it's not valuable, I can't sell it. And if I don't value you, I can't sell it to you. But if I value you and I have something of value, I have a biblical and moral responsibility to sell.
Yeah.
And that's what Joseph defined and showed us, my friend, back in the book of Genesis. And he said, listen, we better save up the 7 years of plenty. So save it up. And then the 7 years of famine came, and the whole world came to buy food from Egypt, to Joseph, rather. And guess what? They blessed him when he showed it to them. If he said, no, I'm not giving, they would curse him. No, we got the money. I don't care. I'm not selling. Listen carefully, my friend. I'm telling you, this is powerful. And so many people, my friend, don't understand this. But to those you who understand it, for those who have an ear, let them hear. And I'm telling you, my friend, I have a whole nother income stream now. And my income stream is based on how well I help and empower other people to get solutions to their problems.
Yeah.
Boom. So, let's do this. So I'm going to give you my phone number. Is that okay?
No, give him my phone number now. You'll call me and tell me what you want me to parlay to him, because I want to make sure that I parlay to him.
Well, give the number. Give him your number.
When I parlay to him, this man's going to get more excited that he's been right here, because so many of you are going to be calling, and appreciating him on the show like you did the last several times he was on.
So give the number again, because here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
We're gonna also, I've got some little sample size, and there's the first, let's say the first 5 people.
Okay.
That call in and say I would like a free sample, and they send you their address. I'm going to send them a free sample.
Perfect. 8, 3, 2, 2, 1.
Sample bottle.
8, 1, 2, 2. That's my friend. He made it. I felt that in his
First 5.
Yes.
Y'all better hurry up and call the man.
Yes, 832-215. 8122.
And if you want Bishop to also send some additional info, we got a short little video that we want you to see by Stephen K. Scott, by the way. You just request that when you call in.
To that point, Stephen K. Scott invested his own time, money, energy into going through the Bible, finding every word that Yeshua spoke and put it in a book. Nobody that I know about, and I've done more research to make sure before I said that on international television, it was true for me. I couldn't find anybody who's done that, taken all of that, the greatest words ever spoken. He's done other TV shows. He's been on, you name it, CBS, TBN, ABC, XYZ, not the right.
But now he's going all the way to the top. Bishop Delagraentiss Presents. See, they was warming him up for getting ready for y'all.
Yes.
And by the way, there's this little guy I know, Dr. Breakthrough, that he got a few books too. So if you're in the home-based business,
what does he have?
It's How to Build a Big Team Fast. So I've been blessed to be the top of 9 different companies. In one company, we were blessed, my wife and I personally sponsored 989 people, and in 6.5 years, it blossomed into 1.5 million people. And so companies pay me a lot of money to come and teach this. So we have a book on that, How to Build a Big Team Fast. My beautiful wife and I, my ABCD, we say we are a covenant couple building covenant relationships based on the covenant of promise, and we aspire to inspire breakthroughs even after we've expired. So we wrote a book together called Position to Prosper, 8 Golden Nuggets to Ensure Your Biblical Prosperity. See, we didn't take a vow to poverty. We took a vow to proper biblical prosperity, Matthew 6:33. And then my wife got together with 8 powerful sisters, and they made a Position to Prosper for women by women, right? That's a powerful book. But real quick, this one here is 3 main principles, and let's cover this just real quick. And the first one is positioning, and it all comes from the scripture. Positioning, right? Blessed is man walking not in the counsel of ungodly, standeth away sinners, sinners, scornful, but his delight is in the law. So proper positioning, right? So first of all, you got to get proper positioning. But number 2, you got to have mental reconditioning. And so in his delights, so he's not positioned himself with those bad crowd, but he's positioned with the right crowd. You know, Jeremiah 5:5, I'll get me unto the great men who've known the way of the Lord. Proverbs 13:20, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed, right? And so, but now mental reconditioning, Romans 12:2, be transformed by the renewing of your minds. Because what happens is sometimes, Bishop, people get in the right position, but then because they don't do the proper mental reconditioning, they get impatient. And now, because when things don't work like they think they should as fast as they are in this new microwave society, although this kind of product here works quick. But anyway, they sometimes now move from the proper position. And now last thing is timing. Timing. So watch this, my friend, because they're in the right, you got to be in the right position, have the proper mental reconditioning so you can endure the test of time to be there, because when the timing hits, see, remember, there's a time and season for everything on these, in the fullness of time, right? So sometimes you're in the right position, but because you didn't get the mental recondition, you now remove yourself from that position, and now the timing hits and you missed it. You're going. So we teach you those things, and we got some other things as well, but I just... Man, I love you. I appreciate you. You are the brother like no other. You the master disaster. Can't say it no faster. You too strong to be weak, too sweet to be sour. And you can't take credit. It's all God's power.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But he put before each and every one of us the choice, blessings or curses.
And he says, therefore, choose life. He gives you a hint. Deuteronomy 30:19.
Even life or death. Deuteronomy 30, verse 19.
But choose life. But can I ask the people a question? I put this on Facebook today.
Okay.
This is kind of crazy, but I thought it was pretty nice. So watch this. If you had a choice And you do, by the way. But if you had a choice, would you choose to grow older faster or take a chance to look, feel, and stay younger longer?
Hello.
I took my chance.
Yes.
I made me a purchase of something, my friend,
Yeah.
that's been bringing forth dividends. So he that observeth the wind shall not sow. If you don't sow, you can't reap. So you got to be willing to sow some stuff. Like my wife says to me all the time, it's always about keep the kingdom, but she said, baby, we don't ever want to spend money. We want to circulate money. I said, that sounds good, but what does that mean? She said, when you spend money, it's gone forever. But when you circulate money, she said, it goes out and it comes back.
It comes back.
A never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. And so what I circulated on this, my friend, has come back greater health, greater mental clarity, greater endurance, greater strength, my friend, in all different type of areas and arenas. But watch this. But then I just shared it with a few people, and then I started getting paid. You gonna pay me for doing good?
Yes. Yes.
So anyway.
And yes. Yes. And yes.
And I receive it.
There you go. Because you have to believe it.
Yes, sir.
Now watch this scenario. You got to be a believer, but you can't stop there.
Come on.
You also got to be a receiver.
Well.
I mean, he feeds the birds, but he doesn't put it in the birds' mouth.
I like Luke 12:32. Fear not, little flock, because their Father's good pleasure
to give
you the kingdom. Well, I said, Father, if you have pleasure in giving me the kingdom, I have pleasure in receiving.
You got to be a receiver. So many people are believing, but that's it. I mean, it's like the bus comes along, they let the bus stop. But they look up straining to see if that's that bus number. No, I don't think it goes where it goes. Get on a bus. Stop the bus driver. Get in there. The bus driver got a better idea. You can say, I'm trying to get to Bison 9894. And the bus driver said, you're on the wrong one. Go one more block over. See, because we are not disciplined sometimes enough to hear from those who've already gone that way.
Right.
Have the answer, as you do, as we do. Failure is not final.
Well, listen, here's what I say. If you believe like I believe and do like I do, what happens for me can happen for you. But because I'm not the standard, it can happen even better for you. That's my desire. That's my prayer. And that's why I write books and do these shows and different things. And I'm telling you, my friend, I'm so grateful for Brian L. Lamont Roberts, who sent me some of this. I was not skeptical. I just said, dude, I take so much stuff. I work out all the time. It's probably not going to do anything. Little did I know it was the master molecule that turbocharged everything else.
It's not one of the meal of everything else. There's nothing like glutathione on earth. Now, I can't say that because I don't make it.
Come on.
I can say that honestly because none of you could make it.
And by the way, I technically don't sell it. I just make it available to those who want to try it.
Hello. I like that. We'll be right back after this very, very special